Hello everyone and welcome to ChapterSelect. My name is Dylan and I'll be the host of this episode. This is the second episode of the review videos. We are going to discuss Hothead over here. He is also one of the giants from the Skylanders Giants game. In this video we will discuss different things. We'll start off with the story and the statistics. Then we'll go on with the catchphrase and battle cries that Hothead says, the different versions from him, the real life figure, I also show you guys that. Then we'll go on with his attacks, we'll discuss and view the basic attacks, the different parts as well. His soul gem ability is going to be in this video also, and then I'll give my advice, what path I think is the best and how you should use this character. Then the heroic challenge and the story chapter as well. You can feel free to check out the description, everything will be in there, a lot of shortcuts as well. So we'll start with the story and statistics from Hothead. Hothead's story goes as following. Hothead had always been a short-tempered fire giant, but it was when magical oil was discovered in Skylands that fuel was really added to the fire. As exciting as the discovery was, the celebration lasted only 5 minutes, coming to an abrupt halt when Hothead needed to cool off and plunged into the thick black pool, causing the entire island to explode. Thought it would be another 2000 years before magical oil was discovered again. The impact that it had on Hothead was immediate. He was instantly infused with magical oil, giving him the ability to generate an infinite supply of fuel, making him incredible, volatile, highly combustible, and ready to torch anything that got in his way. So that's a fun story. He actually dropped in his magical pool of oil and now he's part of it. He has it in him. That's one of his abilities. So it's a cool story. I like it. It has a lot of fun facts. So who is Hothead? He's a fire golem, a male fire golem. So he belongs to the fire element. His health starts at 430, speed at 20, armor at 12 and critical hit at 80 with the elemental power of 25. This ends the line. So the other stats are the maximum stats that you can reach with this character by completing heroic challenge and putting on hats on Hothead. Now we will go on with his power stats. With a luck of 80, this places him as one of the third most luckiest giants in the game. His power of 150, he belongs to one of the powerful giants. There are 3 with the damage of 150. And his armor is okay, so it's not that great, but it's okay, you will be fine with him. And the speed of 60 places him also with an okay label. He's not fast, but he's not one of the slowest giants in the game. But he is slow, since he's a giant. So we'll continue with the I'm on fire! Yeah, with the catchphrase. So I needed to shut up there. He also says heat rises. Oh, feel the burn. That's 2 of his famous quotes that he will say in the game. Fire in the hole and fuel the fire. He also says that. And all these things he says them when you check out his stats. And I'm on a hot streak, it's grilling time. All those things are being said when you check out his statistics. When you put on a hat, when you open an elemental portal of fire. Now the different versions, there's only one version and that's the normal one, the regular one. There are no special ones from Hothead out. For the real life figure, he looks quite awesome. There it is, that's Hothead. I like his face, I like yeah, the kind of smiley thing that he's doing over there. As you can see, he has a lot of fire, volcanic elements on him. He has this kinds of boilers as shoulder pads. He has an orange base as well and torches for his hands. And on his head he has this little piece of fire going on. Now I'm comparing him with a regular sized Skylander. As you can see, again, he's very big and he also has a light core ability. As you can see, when I put him on the fire, his head starts glowing can't see it very well, but you can see it. His head starts burning, so that lights up with a hot head. It's cool, it's not that much, but it's okay. There you go. You could see it better when I took him off the portal. Now his attacks from hot head. We'll start off with the basic attacks. Flame fire burst. You have to press A to shoot a burst of fire, and when you hold it the flames keep on going, but this is not infinite. Okay, so this is one of the basic attacks that you get when you start with this character. You don't have to buy it, and it looks like this. It's very fun. He does it with his right arm or right hand better as well. It has some decent range and a good amount of damage. In the end of this video or later on, you will see when we upgrade it, it has a lot of damage actually, and is a very powerful attack. I like it. It's also lower bounded. So the next one is the oil blobs. This is also one that you get at the beginning. You have to press the X button to shoot a blob of oil. You can also lit it on fire to give this extra effect. I like it when they start combining different attacks. I like the idea, it's fun to do as well. So here I'm just shooting the blobs. When you hit an enemy with the blobs in their face, they will also get damaged. So that's well good also. And when you hit them with the oil, they're oiled actually, and when you put them on fire they will get some extra damage with this attack. So he shoots this with his left arm, and as you can see you can put it on fire, and then the small blob at the end will keep burning for a little bit, so when enemies are close to that they will get hurt. Now the third one is called Premium Grade. This is actually an upgrade for the oil blobs, where you will do increased damage. Not more than that. They will stay lit a little bit longer I think, but yeah, more damage, that's more it is. I can't tell you more than it says there, it's quite obvious. Yeah, they stay on a little bit longer than in the beginning. So more damage, you can do it, it's not that expensive. It's the first one that you have to buy with a hot head. Not any big changes actually, just a smaller upgrade to your blob attack. The next one is a sizzle shower. I like this one. You have to press the B button to summon a rain of fire from the sky. I like this one. The visual effects are really great. It's one of my favorite attacks in the game. It looks great and it does some decent damage. I'll show it. When you press it, there it is. There's a rain of fire coming from the sky, and you will be able to combine it with other attacks as well later on. I will show you guys that one. This is also one of the main attacks for the upgrade pods. So yeah, I like that one. It's a good attack. You have to buy it as well. Turn up the heat is next one. This is an upgrade for your basic A attack. Your right arm will get hotter and do more damage. I can't show it on the boat, so I'll just skip that part. Extended forecast is then an upgrade for your again your B attack, your basic sizzle thing. This is actually a good upgrade. I can show you guys this one, since it will last longer and do more damage. The damage I can't show, but the longer effect you can see that it stays longer than in before when I had the attack at first. So again, the basic attacks and each attack with an upgrade. Now you have explored everyone, you have to choose a path. The first path is called the Burninator, and it's an upgrade for your oil and fire damage. The first one is called an Eternal Flame, and it is an upgrade for your flame attack, and so you can burst it continuously and it will do a maximum of damage. I will go on with the next one, the Hot Oil Treatment. The oil blobs do more damage and they will stay lit longer. These two will provide a visual change to the character. I will show you guys here. Mind the left and right arm, there are some changes there. As you can see, he gets these kind of pieces on them. And on his right arm, when you buy the first upgrade, you get this kind of dragon looking thing on your arm. I like that because dragons spit fire, so that's cool. And on his left arm there is this squid looking animal on it, so they also are known for their oil behavior. So I like the idea with the dragon and the squid on the arms. It's cool, it's fun. It fits the character. It's not really lore bound, but I like it. It's a small visual upgrade. So when you buy the first 2 of the first upgrade pot, you will get these changes. The first one will do the dragon, the other one will do the squid. So more damage with the blobs as well. That's good. And the basic A attack will be able to fire it all the time, so that's good for damage and killing enemies faster. Now the last one is a fossil fuel. This will turn the blobs into the small animals that will charge enemies. As you can see, the blob kept moving for a bit. You will see this effect better when I use it in combat. So this attack is very powerful when you choose this upgrade pot, not the attack, the upgrade pot. The oil and fire, when you combine them, you can do serious damage. You can kill enemies very fast. It's a very good pot if you want it. It's fun, I like the visual upgrades, but it's not my favorite one. The second one, I like that one more. It's called the Oil Baron, because this is the pot with the sizzle shower. So the first one is called Firestorm, and you will do a maximum amount of damage with this one, and it will last longer as well. As you can see, it lasts very long, and it will do more damage. So I like this one. Maybe it's not the better one. I don't know. I think they're equally right. But with this upgrade, the oil and fire, the second one, you have to press the X button while doing the shower. I will show you, and then you will shoot this kind of oil around you, and when there are enemies and you do the sizzle shower with the oil covered in them, you will do more damage. So you will cover every enemy with oil, and since the fire is going on, you will get the maximum amount of damage. The next one is Hot with the Chance of Meteors. I like that name. And here you have to hold down the B button. So you start doing the sizzle shower, and when you hold it down, you get this giant meteor. So that's why they chose that name. I like the name, it's very original. And when you smack it down, it has this immense kind of damage. This is the strongest attack on Hot Hat. So if you want a lot of damage with one attack, you have to choose that one. Now his Soul Gem ability is very cool as well. It's called Hot Rod. You have to press down the A and X button, and then he will actually transform in a Hot Rod. He also gets some visual changes when you choose to buy the pot. He gets this kind of motor things on his shoulder, as you can see. It's cool, it's fun. It's not very useful in combat, but it will save you some changes. You can see this Soul Gem ability in action while I'm doing the heroic challenge or the story level. So it gives speed to Hot Hat, which is very useful. I like the idea, it's fun to see, but it's not very useful in combat. So now what should you do? I discussed both pots, so now I'm going to use them again in Birthday Bash. So the first one was with the squid and the dragon upgrade, and I'm going to try to protect the cake again. As you can see, the small enemies are no trouble at all. Your fire does a lot of damage. Combined with the oil, you can do some great combos. You don't have to move very fast. As you can see, you can let it on fire, and then the blob that comes to life will start moving at the enemy, towards the enemy better. So yeah, you can do some great combos. You don't have to actually walk up to the enemy, what gives you some space, and you can play it more safer if you're worried about your health and everything. So it's a great pot. You can choose it. It's equally right in my opinion with the other one, but I prefer the second one just because I like the visual aspect from it, and I like the idea behind it more. But they're equally as great. So here you can see I'm actually not giving any enemy the chance to reach the cake. I could attack 2 enemies at the same time, because I shoot this blob at one and then at the other one, and I could set one on fire and everything. So that's great. The blob does damage. You can put it on fire, which gives you more attacks that you don't have to worry about. There again, attacking right and left at the same time. finishing off right, and while I'm coming at left, there's some serious damage done already, so I only had to finish it. In PvP, this also makes him a very strong character, since his fire does a lot of damage and has some range, so you can stay at a safer distance from your enemy. He's a fun character to play with, and this pod also gives him a great advantage to use in the game, in the arenas and in the story level. So the cake is still in one piece, that's great. The blob there standing, finding some enemies. So here this is the harder part, these are the strongest enemy in this birthday bash. So with my fire, only shooting fire and some oil, I could finish him off before he could actually hit the cake. This is very good, guys, as I tried a lot of characters and a lot of moves, and usually I fail at this. But he succeeds in it, and I didn't get hit once, so that's a good example. Great attack, great move. So let's go on with the second part. So like I said before, this is my favorite one. I'm going to show you guys. The big advantage from it is that you can damage multiple enemies. You have to keep it in consideration that when you press the button, there will be 2 to 3 seconds failure, how can I say it, that he keeps stationary. So here I'm trying out the hot rod as an attack, but it's not that good, as you could see. It's actually more for speed that you guys should use the hot rod, or for fun, but if you want to do some serious damage, don't bother on using it on attacks. Maybe for small chompies when you want to smash them. Here I'm trying to use the meteor, there we go. So major damage, you will see it later on with the big enemies, I will use it there as well. Here you can see the difference between me using my fire and in before. So with the first upgrade part there was a lot of damage, but now, since I couldn't keep pressing the button all the time because it stops at a certain point, this gave me a big disadvantage. But again, with this sizzle of fire, I'm using it quite well over here. This is the disadvantage. The enemy in the distance, I couldn't go near him. I could protect this certain place near the cake, but when they're going further on, it didn't have enough range, so that's a small disadvantage. But since it's only this protection kind of arena, it's hard to say that it's a bad path to choose. Here, could hit multiple enemies. You can also do this with the first attack as well, meaning you have to aim more. Here I could just actually spam the button around the cake and yeah, use my combination with the oil attack excuse me, as well. So here, enemy, press the sizzle, use the oil to get his armor off. Here I'm trying a combination. I shoot some oil in before, and then I use the sizzle fire so I could get some range with it. It's hard to do, it's tricky, but it's not impossible. And yeah, like I said before, I like the visual, I like the idea behind this attack. This was a bad idea. Don't try the hot rod on these guys. You hit 27. So yeah, as you can see, 2 pieces down, only have 1 left. I'm going to try the meteor around here on this guy. 100 damage, that's good. And I failed. I actually messed up when I tried to use the hot rod over there, but it's possible to do. So the heroic challenge, now you guys know what's my favorite part and what my advice is about it. So his heroic challenge is called Watermelons 11. Here you have to just collect the watermelons and survive. You are being attacked by bombs and you have to collect them. It's not really a heroic challenge that has anything to do with the story from Hothead. I'm a bit disappointed since this is a heroic challenge that you get from Hothead, but the only thing you have to do is collect melons and there are some bombs involved. So yeah, it's hard to see a relationship between those things. But as you can see, there are some doors here that you need to smash when you're a giant. When you don't play as a giant, you can't smash that part and you have to find your melons further on. So here I'm trying to use the hot rod as a speed boost actually. I did it well over there, I saved some time. Later on in the campaign I also will use it, you will see it better there, because this is a small area. So as you can see, just collect some melons, no hurry, it's easy, just keep walking. Yeah, there's nothing more to say, there's no combat involved, there's about I think 5 to 6 enemies in this level that you have to take care of. As you can see, I've been a bit sloppy with the spikes over there, but Pothead has a lot of hit points, he has a lot of life, so don't bother on yeah, dodging them that much, you will survive. They only had a small amount of damage. So here the bombs, I keep walking in circles, I need to wait for the platform over here, activate it. So here some more enemies, they die rather fast. And this is not the upgraded fire thing, so here I should have used my actually my sizzle shower, but I didn't, I don't know why, but I could have used it, they would have died faster. So yeah, here this is a more trickier part, you have to walk against the rocks will be destroyed, creating a path for you. Yeah, it's not the fastest character to complete this with, but he's alright, I did good, I'm already at 85 melons, so I only need 15 more. I won't even have to go to the next area down there. Normally when I play with a regular sized Skylander, I needed to go down there because I have some... I missed some melons. So yeah, challenge completed, congratulations, you get elemental power +5, that's good. This gives me some more fire damage with this character since I chose the other upgrade path, so my basic attacks and my sizzle shower will do more damage. It's a great reward, it's very welcome. Next one is called the story chapter, the last part of this video. It's a chapter 2, the junkyard aisle. You have to collect some parts for the boat over here. So this is not a professional walkthrough video, I'm just going to try to not to die and complete it as fast as possible and show you guys the location of the soul gem from Pothead over here. So yeah, since this is only here you can see the use of the sizzle shower, how fast and how good it can be, but both parts equally right. With the path that I've chosen with the sizzle shower upgrade, you have the advantage of charging the meteor, which gives you an attack where you can do a lot of damage in once, killing higher end enemies faster. But with the other path, since you have a large amount of damage with your fire, you will get them fast as well. So you have to choose which path you like the most. You know, I like that one more over the other one. If you want the squid and the dragon visual upgrade, you're free to choose it as well. So here a tree, this one can be tricky. I'm trying to get his meteor over here, so when I get close I smack him and then he dies. So that's one of the uses of the meteor thing. The soul gem, as you can see, I use it a lot to get some speed with him. But in combat, the moment I reach enemies, I stop with the hot rod and I just change to my attacks. Again, enemies, what I'm going to do, charge my meteor, smack it down. I was a little bit too slow over there, but that's alright. He's a giant, he can take it. That's the advantage of giants, they are slow, but they have a lot of health, so and they can smack walls. So over here I saved a lot of time. Otherwise I needed to go in that house over there and get the bomb, then destroy it. So this is actually also a great example of how easy it is when you choose the sizzle shower pad. There you can see there are about 3 big enemies, some chompies over there. and I know where the enemies are coming out there, so I just keep spamming it. Just keep pressing the button. I want this as fast as possible. So yeah, they're dead. Easy as that. I stand against the wall, keep pressing the buttons, and they died. So that's a great way to use the attack. Here there's actually no use on using the hot rod on the stairs, since it glitches a bit. Getting the key, I need another one then later on, with a small combat part involved. As you can see, I have already 880 life points. What's great, because since I'm only level 7, so that's a good thing. Also a fun thing to know is that Hothead, when he uses his meteor attack, when he starts charging, he won't get interrupted. So when you use the attack, you can keep charging. When you get hit, he will keep charging. Some Skylanders, when they have a charge attack, they will stop doing that. So that's a good thing. The meteor, it keeps on going, he doesn't stop. So here, the shop, I don't need anything from him, I just need to get the other part. I pressed the button too much. So here I needed to find the compass, but actually I forgot about where the location was. It was actually quite obvious, since there is only one door with the purple arrow, but I was a bit confused. I wanted to rush things. So it's at the door where you can do the upgrades. Over there. I already said that in PvP it's a great character. It does a lot of damage in both ways. I think the sizzle shower part is better in the arenas and in the story, and the first upgrade part is better in PvP. So if you're planning to use this character in PvP, you can do it. Here again, 3 enemies. It would take some time when you try this chapter the first time, but here, meteor, smack, they died all 3. So that's a great thing. So when you want to use him, do not use him against water elements. Definitely not against Tumbag, for example, because he's a water element and he has also a 150 damage rate. So try to avoid that. But when you're getting against an air attack, an air element Skylander, it's good because he's stronger. You will get some bonus elemental damage when you use Hothead, since he's stronger against air elements. So yeah, that's the lady where I needed to get the compass. So I'm moving these blocks over here, and now I'm going to show you guys the locations. So when you reach this, you can't miss it. This one, when you destroy it with a giant, where he is now, there will be the soul gem. You can also destroy this wall with regular sized Skylander, so not a giant, a normal one, with the bomb. You will find a bomb here. And you can also use the gun that I'm using here to destroy it. So you can go to your right and destroy the wall. I think actually that's the way you need to do it. So and his soul gem will be there, and then you will be able to buy the hot rod ability. So here I'm trying to finish them off. Then I think, well, it's the end of the mission. So I've got the compass. Mission complete, and I didn't die, and I completed it in time. So when you complete one in time, you will get the completionist thing. So that was a great job I did there. I could save some more time. Now we'll end with his victory move when you win a PvP match. So thank you guys for watching this. I hope it was very useful. Post any questions down in the description, and I will see you next time with the other giants.